Welcome to another ModFreakz installation video. Today we are working on installing a skin onto the PlayStation 4 Slim and onto one controller. These skins come with two controller skins. However, I'm only going to be installing one. This is the skin we're going to be installing. But let's go ahead and get started on this. But let's get going on this and get these skins installed. The first thing you want to do when installing the skins, let's set that to the side, is you want to grab, now everybody has a blow dryer or something of that nature at their house. I've got a heat gun right here, but you want to, heat up your vinyl skin before you stick it to the console. It'll help it stick a lot better. It'll fix any bag creases or anything. Sometimes they come folded up a little bit. The heat gun, if you do it properly, you will get all your creases and things out. Just use a blow dryer if you ain't got a heat gun. Do not overheat it. You will start to shrink these and melt them. Just keep it on a low setting and warm it up to the point that you start to feel the heat a little bit and it feels more pliable. I'm going to go ahead and edit this video later on so that the heat gun sound isn't so loud for you guys, because I know it's going to be loud. Let's get working on this, see what happens. Alright, I'm applying the heat. It's already pretty warmed up. Well, hit my camera here. Apologize about that. Don't want to shake the camera on you. You're going to apply this heat to it, warm it up. Remember, you do not want to overwarm these. The heat gun gets hotter than a blow dryer, so I got to constantly move it around here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get the top portion installed. We will start with the very top. Now these actually peel right off here. Just find where it peels and pull on it. Come off nice and clean. You see it's real pliable and flimsy now. One thing I want to do is I want to have a card or something to try and smooth it out a little bit. Let's see what I got. I got a 7-Eleven awards card. We will use that to try and smooth this out a little bit. Okay, you want to line it up as perfectly as you can with the edges. I'm actually going to start in the front and work my way to the back, just in case it doesn't line up completely correctly, which I'm sure it will. Okay, it's going to line up. I'm going to pull it up a little bit. I already laid it down to see if it was going to line up. I'm going to take my card. It's just a awards card. Any license or bank card will work. Pull out your air towards the direction that you already placed. It's going to help push it down. Go side to side with it. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Get the edges. And then take your card at an angled position and push it. Just like so. Push her down on there. Get her to lay out evenly. So beautiful. And install this and get it to smooth out, no air bubbles, no nothing, no problems. First try to see if we can get this right without having to pull it back off. If you have to, take your edge, push it down, smooth it out. That's beautiful, isn't it? Now we're going to work on the sides. Let's do the left side first. Take and pull it off here. Sorry, the right side first. Turn this up on its side. See if we can get a good angle here for you. Alright, and for these, you kind of want to find the curve in the bottom back. You can see it right here where my thumb is. That's actually going to go at this curve here. So you want to make sure that it lines up with that curve so that you can start applying that on there. Now there is a bit of a trick to these skins, and I'm going to show you after I get these on here. I can actually tell you right now. The main trick is heating it up again after it's on there. It'll help the adhesive stick to it better, so that, well, you can't even tell that that's a skin right there. It looks like part of the console. That's beautiful. All right. Anyways, it'll help the adhesive adhere better to the console. Make it last longer. Make it stay on. And install the other side. Again, just peel it off. And this is going to be the same thing. You want to line it up with your, it's kind of a bend in it right here, and with the edge, the bottom edge. Probably should have done the top or the front first, but I'm okay with doing this. I should be able to place it on there right without too many issues. I can just get the line up. Maybe I'm pulling it too hard. There we go. And get that to line up. Get any air bubbles out of it. And the reason I'm doing the sides first is because the front, people see more than anything else. It's always the front that you look at, the front or the top. So I'm hoping I did this right so that I can get the front to overlap to the edge here. We'll find out in a minute. Now this is going to be fun to do because it's that's the back. They're on an angle, so I'm not going to be able to sit it up perfectly and put it on here. So I'm going to lay it down and install these, and then I'll show you after I get it on there how it looks. So let's do this portion first, the bottom. Yeah, that's going to overlap nicely. Actually lower that one, or slide that one back some. Which I might do that later. Right now I just want to get this installed to show you guys how it's going to look. Take my finger, rub around it. Yeah, it's not bad. Make sure there's no air bubbles in it, and using the card kind of helps. Don't want to scratch the vinyl though. That's important, and this card has a bit of a rough edge. I'm trying to do it without the card if I can. But you can use a driver's license or something with that's sturdy with a rounded edge or a smooth edge that's not sharp. I'll leave it to 7-Eleven to give me a sharp edged card. That's alright. Okay, so the next part is going to be the inside on top of this, the section where your eject and your power button is. Now there are little pop-outs right here. Hopefully you can see that. My hands aren't in the way. That's, your buttons. I'll pop those off. There should be 2 of them. Get those out of the way. And we will work on installing this one. Now to install this one, you want to make sure that this part with the buttons is installed first. That way you can line them up properly and they're fitting without any issues there. And it's not the easiest task because you got this ledge from the top of the console. It's kind of in your finger's way if you got beep your fingers like I do. Okay, there we go. And the edge to the edge doesn't line up 100% perfect because I put this bottom part on lower. But that's okay because that looks beautiful. I like that. That's really sharp. Button still pressed good. Nothing should be in the way. Make sure that air bubble's out right there. Alright, now I'm going to do the top where the PlayStation is. And I want to line these up to match this decal or sticker that's on the very top, this part here, because it's got the same image right here. So I want to make sure that that lines up, because that'll make it look so beautiful when it's lined up properly. Now I'm not a pro or somebody that's been working for the company for many years and has installed many of these. I'll tell you now, I've only installed one, and I installed it for my system. I have an Xbox One, Game 1 edition, or Day 1 edition, sorry. This is actually my boy's. I told him I'd bring it in and make a video of it, and he agreed. And I got him a skin. And of course I purchased it for him, and it looks great. Okay, there's 2 more pieces that I did not realize that I missed. It's the top part here and on the other side. We will go ahead and get those on there. I don't want to leave anything off. So we will line them up and we will stick them on. Oh, and I still got the bottom to put on there. Didn't even realize it was sitting over here right in front of my face and didn't realize the bottom was off of it. These are not hard to put on, guys. They come up really easy, so if you need to make an adjustment, just pull up on them. Just try not to stretch them too much. Try not to pry them too much. Or pull on them, as I'll say. There's some pressure putting them on there, though, because you want to make sure those air bubbles are out. I'll get this one on this side here. You turn it around backwards, make it easier on me. Line up your curved end on the rear. Layer down. And lay down the rest of it. Yep, see that? If you can see what I did there. Like I said, it comes up. Straighten out your skin, make it look good. I mean, you want this thing to look professional. Don't hit that camera on you again. I apologize one more time. You want this thing from a distance when you're sitting there on the couch with your gamer friends and they come in the house and they're used to playing your old PlayStation. And they want to play your PlayStation, so you're sitting there talking and all of a sudden you guys decide to turn on the PlayStation. They look over there and they're like, oh wow, you just got a new console. Well, no. They don't know if you got a new console. I mean, you know. But for all they know, it's a new one. Then they're going to wonder where you got it. It's a conversation piece. Now we're going to warm the bottom up so that we can stick it on there. Remember, you want to get this pliable. That's the whole purpose of warming it up. Use the blow dryer, but do not overdo these, guys. You can melt these really easily. Do not overdo these, please. I want to take and pull this off. Now, for the bottom, some of the stickers are coming off. You can see them. There's holes that you have to pop out for the bottom. It's got your little X and your square and your circle on the bottom. So you have to go all the way around the corners, popping all these out. I don't think I got all but one. There we go. Now we can install this. See, there's all your little pop-outs. These all have the same. So these will line up with some of these, they stick out a little bit, so you kind of want to pop them out. But we're going to start with, if we can get her on there, line it up on the edge. And if you line it to the edge, the rest of these should fall into place pretty good, which they have so far. And you're going to need a card or something like around the X, so you can push that down. One little piece stands up and it gets caught on something, you can end up ripping your vinyl. So make sure it's all firmly pressed down. Don't be scared of this vinyl. You're not going to hurt it too much unless you ever melt it or overheat it and then melt it. These are, like I said, great quality. I really love these things. It is a little bit crooked on there for some reason. Let's give it a little bit of a pull so I can get that X over there on. Yes, I'm taking it from the corner and pushing the bubbles out that way. Because this X and this X, I want to make sure they're probably going to be the hardest ones to get to line up with these holes. So that's why I did it from at an angle like that, so it would all fall into place. Now there's a few air bubbles right here that I do want to get out. This is the whole purpose of the card. That one doesn't stick up the spot. I don't know why that one sticks up, but that one doesn't. Oh well. That makes it even easier to put the skin on there then. And your X, push down on the inside the little holes with a card, make sure it's flat. Around each circle. Make sure it's on there around your squares. Just wherever you see it might have an air bubble or something coming up. That's where you want to apply this. Now let's get I think that's on there. This is your next process. You're going to grab your heat gun. You're going to warm it up after it's been on there a little bit. And then you're going to smooth it out a little bit more. going to help that adhesive stick to the plastic and actually feel it getting warmer. Remember guys, please do not overdo these, please. Again, I apologize about the loud noise. I am going to lower the audio for this gun in the video. I don't know if I can lower just the audio of the gun and not my voice, so I'll have to try that. Sure if I did this side or the other side. I was doing both again. What this is kind of doing is it's kind of shrinking the skin onto it. Oh, I done pulled the corner up. Look at that. You can see that. I don't know if you can see it or not. Push it right back down. Heat it up a little bit. Push it down. Moving around with one hand holding the gun. Must have scraped on the table or something. There we go. Let's get a look at this real quick. There's your skin on your console. The whole thing now has a skin. Okay, so we're going to set that aside for a minute. So like I said, we do have one controller that I need to get a skin on. Now this is the same thing. You got to heat it up, get it pliable. Give it a few seconds and go with it there. Let's see, how does this one work? This is a simple skin, isn't it? It's a lot different than my Xbox One would. We'll make it work. That's something else. But anyways, you want to pop out all the little buttons. We'll be putting those on. Pretty flimsy. I think I warmed it up a little bit much. And there's a trick to doing the controllers as well. Sorry about that. You have to get all of these to line up perfectly. Now, that's not an easy task. This isn't something that's that simple to do. But you want to get them to line up the best you can and as evenly as you can. You can push one of your buttons while you're pushing this down if you need to. And get this part on around the speaker and the PlayStation button there. We'll get our other buttons on here. And then comes the fun part of spreading it out and getting all the air bubbles out. We'll see what happens here. Let's see. I'm just going to use my thumbs instead of the card for this, because I can actually get more pressure with my thumbs. But you can use the card, as like I said, as long as it's a solid card and it's got smooth edges. You don't want to use something that's going to tear up your vinyl. Okay, that's on there. Now, I believe there's also a touchpad section on here. A lot of people might not want that. I'm going to put it on here anyways, because I want to see how good it looks. I'm going to turn this upside down for a minute, or sideways. I'm going to try to line this up with the touchpad correctly. And with the images there. Yeah, my light's gonna be flashing in it. Yeah, it is. And light bar. That's another thing you can do, is get a light bar skin that goes on there, and the light actually shines through the skin. Okay, so you remember the console and how it looked before. Actually, let me go ahead and warm this up. It's going to actually help shrink it and keep it on there longer. If you warm it up while it's still warm, go ahead and give it a little press. I heard some people don't like putting the skins on the controller, but I think they look wonderful. They match the console, makes it look like a complete system. I'll have to do the other controller at the house, but this doesn't look too bad. I like the way that looks. You guys get a good view of it here. I mean, that's looks like a brand new controller out of the box, ready to go. So now we have everything off of this. Nothing on this we need anymore. We've got everything off of our other sheets. They're empty and it's all in the system. The only thing I had left was the other controller, which I will do later. So let's get a look at this new system. This is it with the controller. That's not bad. I mean, look at that. That looks store-bought, like you just ordered it online. A whole console with a customized shell or something. This will impress your friends. It's beautiful. If this tutorial helps you in any way, feel free to like, follow, share, comment on our YouTube, our Facebook, or anywhere else that ModFreakz is located. We're always looking to expand our fan base. All right. I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to, if you have any questions or any issues with your skin, feel free to contact ModFreakz support. And you can visit their website at modfreakz.com. That's ModFreakz as in zebra.com. Alright, I want to thank you for watching, and y'all have a great gaming day.